Hello, this is Craig Oldham with Mahdlo, and I'm here with Tom Cole, who is President and CEO of RDA. Welcome, Tom.
Hi, Craig. Great to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Tom and I have worked together on several projects before. We've been in the trenches together, experienced great things, experienced sad things together. And I wanted to pick Tom's brain today on business strategy, specifically around KPIs. And Tom, when we kind of talk to potential clients about their business strategy and go-to-market strategy, a lot of times what we're seeing is, and a big red flag for me is, and as I ask, how do you measure your business? And they pull out a sheet of 30 to 50 things that they're measuring their business on, right? And to me, that is a huge red flag. And wow, if I don't know what I'm measuring, let's measure everything, right? And kind of drill down to that. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today and kind of get your thoughts around it, because I often are, as I'm talking to CEOs, trying to figure out how do we kind of pivot that and how do we get to a place where I often say, get yourself to 4 to 5 KPIs and really know how your business runs so you can get to that place. But, you know, from your perspective, what are the key elements in understanding how to track your business as you're seeing it?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think we can all agree that this pandemic has accelerated the disruption that we've all been seeing for the last 5 years, and it's really changed the way we are as people. As consumers, or even in B2B transactions, we expect to be able to transact, get information, just respond immediately. And that's become kind of our way of life. And when I think about our business and I think about clients that we work with as well, a lot of the KPIs are focused around internal optimization or internal measurements. And I think what we really got to do is sort of take a step back and understand we are in a buyer-centric industry or marketplace today. That buyers, their expectations, the journey they're on, how they get information, evaluate options, make decisions, really does drive our ability to transact with them and to get results. So, first, I think one of the KPIs that I would look at is how well are you connected to your customer's buyer's journey? Do you really understand what they do, how they make those decisions? And then secondly, is your business model to look outwards? In other words, do you focus everything on your internal processes, or do you have ways of measuring how your customers think? Not how you think they transact, but how they actually think. And then finally, can you tie KPIs of your customers' behaviors, not just actions, but their behaviors, directly back from an attribution model standpoint, directly back to revenue generated or cost saved? And I think when you get to those couple of KPIs, that's really what you want to measure.
Yeah, no, that's great. I keyed off on the one point that I always often find it's hard for organizations to think outwardly versus internally, kind of what do we want to do to the market versus what is happening in the market. So I love that point. I love that point. So as you think about measuring those pieces and along the customer journey, and as you start to see the KPIs going down, building insights is really key, right? And we talk about here, like building micro revisions to your go-to-market strategy, just continuously building that improvement, insights, and really this culture of continuous improvement. And so what are you seeing out there when it comes to that? And do you agree with that and how you do it?
Yeah, well, I'm very fortunate that I lived through the 90s and the early 2000s and watched this exact same metamorphosis happen within business, where the concepts of just-in-time manufacturing or just-in-time distribution, some agile principles around management and planning were just starting to take hold. And then, of course, in 2000, all of the ERP systems, as they started to get implemented, really drove that. And it worked well because we were optimizing and planning and improving processes that we had complete control over. And as we all know, we have no complete control over our customers. And so in that environment, we really have to be in a listening mode. We have to be in a continuous improvement environment that just constantly listens and measures. Now, we've had the chance to do that with ERP systems and just-in-time systems and agile management where we are tracking suppliers, we're tracking quality, we're tracking cost efficiencies in the way that we do work. And all we need to do is just now apply that to our business development team, to marketing, to sales, to customer service, and use those same sort of disciplines in breaking down processes and understanding how that this is a journey. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, and just some continuous improvement there.
No, and that's great. And when you speak about this and kind of building this culture of continuous improvement, kind of great lead into the next question, which is around who kind of leads this effort, right? So you often have the COO, the CFO, even maybe the leadership team, the CMO, kind of coming up with their own numbers, right? How do you get to this point where it's a collaborative effort, you're building this idea of insights, and who should take charge?
Yeah, that is so awesome. So a couple of thoughts. Number one, this isn't about go out and buy the perfect tool. In the ERP space, we had lots of people say, oh, you got to buy SAP, or you got to buy Oracle, or whatever, and that's going to solve all your problems. And what people realized was internally in business, we have to own these. This is our business. This is how we run. So first and foremost, don't think about running out and buying something. What you really want to do is get a handful of folks together, and I think you mentioned a CMO, a chief sales or chief revenue officer, a CEO, maybe even some product folks, and get them together as a leadership team. And what you want that leadership team to do is, number one, to objectively really understand where you are today. And this is just critical. Not, hey, we've got these systems, we've got all these great capabilities. No, what do you actually do today? Where are you today in your journey? What can you measure? What can't you do? Do you know how to do multivariant testing? Can you only do A and B testing? When you do testing, do you actually take action on it? We've got to get to a place where we have real good objective understanding of what we're doing today. And then second part of that is, where do you want to be? I'd love to tell everybody you could be Amazon tomorrow, but it took Amazon 20 years to get to where they are. You've got to start and learn and grow and learn by the baby steps you take, the smaller initiatives. And so putting that team together, I do believe that, like you did in ERP, bringing an expert to help get you in the right direction, get the right questions asked, get the right vision in place, really help you kind of solidify that roadmap. Once you have a roadmap, you know where you are, you know where you want to be, you can then take affordable steps to get real results, step by step by step, and learn as you go. But your team has to be the ones who own it. This isn't go out and find a magic person to make this happen. It really is that team.
No, that's a good point. Tom, thanks for joining today. I got a great piece out of this, right? Measure what matters, measure what drives your revenue, look at the outside in, make sure that you're looking at the customer journey and how you're measuring those pieces, and how do you test the hell out of that? And how do you then build out a collaborative effort, not just with sales and finance, with marketing, but really build out a collaborative effort on building out your go-to-market strategies?
Absolutely. Excellent.
Tom, thank you for joining today. I appreciate it, man. As
Thank you.
always, it's always a fun conversation.
Great to be with you. Have a great day.
Thanks.